It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC North. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL on this fine afternoon brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Ready to get us started, it's Cade York. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. From the 6. Here come the Ravens, and that means here comes Lamar Jackson, league's MVP and an All-Pro in 2019.
Another excellent season from Lamar Jackson that was cut short by ankle injury and actually showed just how much he is valued as the leader of the Baltimore Ravens as they went 0-4 down the stretch and missed the playoffs without him. Prior to that, they were 8-5 in a tough AFC North, and he was on his way to his third 1,000-yard season as a runner and career-high marks as a passer.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. A little juke. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and a yard. Jackson going to hold on to it again. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1 yard gain. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, here's the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground, because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense, because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. So here come the Browns now for their first drive. Bringing this crew out, it's someone known for his big arm since he entered the league back in 2016, Jacoby Brissett.
Spent the early years of his career bouncing between starter and backup as needed, and played well, but never had a team fully commit to him as their guy. He does retain the toolbox that made him projectable as a starter. Big, strong player with a powerful arm, deceptively mobile, and tough to tackle. The best part about his game, leadership and being a great teammate.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards, but he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
Now Cade York for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Well, in the process of that kick return, it appears we had an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at all-time damn the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting this sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's second down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Fielded just inside the 20. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
No gain on the play there. Second down. They were in the 46 defense, just plugging up the middle.
And you know what the 46 means, right? That means you take up the first 3 guys, the center and the 2 guards. You cover them with your big people up front. I don't understand why you're trying to run up the middle against the 46 defense. The old Bears showed us it wasn't able to be done. They didn't get it done on that one either.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They go up the middle with Chubb. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. And again, it's Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. Oh, he shifts past him. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I would say that's what you call a whole lot for a little, huh?
When you bust that move out of the bag, you hope for more than 4 yards, but hey, 4 is what he got. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. To throw, Brissett. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. York able to send this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Ravens offense back out there. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Now a 2nd down and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
1st down now, but the clock continues to move. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Out now is the punter, Jordan Stout. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Brissett. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
While he's adjusting to the NFL game, Adafe Owe had 5 sacks as a rookie, and he's only scraped the surface of what he can do.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They don't want to repeat a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Browns. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the 3rd. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. A 1st down throw for Brissett. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
The Browns really liked what they saw from Donovan Peoples-Jones in 2021 as he came into his own as a deep threat, averaging nearly 18 yards a catch and getting nearly 600 yards total. They think they've got a long-term starter on the outside, and he picks up a 1st down here.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Hunt will try going up the middle. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This is where you step up. Let's be quick, baby. Let's be smart. Big time now. You can't stop. Hey, let's
Brissett. Open man here, Schwartz. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Down the right sideline. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Cleveland offense making their way out. Play fake, Brissett. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. Following the penalty, Chubb. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Brent Urban there to get him down.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now on 2nd and 16. Brissett. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Here's Brissett. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
The Browns send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Well, if you like the guys who run the ball, you're enjoying watching this. But the other guys, especially the defense coordinator, trying to figure out an answer on how to slow down the running game, I think maybe starts to call more blitzes, because you can call run blitzes in order to try and get more people to the point of attack.
Jackson running again. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice consistent gain.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And they'll accept that penalty. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jadeveon Clowney drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise. And now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
On 2nd down and 4, Brissett. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Brissett now. It's caught. Cooper. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They go play action with Brissett. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Brissett. And he'll just get rid of it.
I like his awareness in the pocket there. Nowhere to go with the football. So instead of forcing it to the sideline, he's just going to put this one into the harbor and live to fight another down without getting wet.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Brissett again. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that Puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll go option to the short side. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down. Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the option right is Jackson.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
On third down, here's Dobbins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw a defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Brissett to throw on first, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And now it's 2nd down.
It's one play at a time, baby. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Do it. That's all. Keep a little bit with me, baby.
To throw is Brissett. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
On 3rd down, Brissett. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
4th down, Brissett. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Ravens ready to take over. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he stopped immediately there. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So now the Browns down 13-10, and time a huge factor. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. Finding Hunt, and he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Brissett. Pass complete to Chubb. So the completion good for 7 there, and that will bring up 2nd down. This is where, of course, it's good to have a veteran quarterback under center.
You would just be able to put on one of those blood pressure clips, and nothing would be different for him. He's done it many times before, expects to get it accomplished again.
The Browns try to get back and set quickly here, time ticking away. Now Brissett. His throw incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Brissett. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Brissett. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Brissett. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Browns who are going to get possession first here in overtime as the kick's away. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brissett sets to throw it. Oh, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
Was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.